aliens actually made abducting humans an exam project. Earthling Jimmy was sleeping quietly at home. Suddenly, a bright light shone into his bedroom. It turned out that a UFO hovered above his roof. Under the pull of a mysterious force, Jimmy's body floated in midair. Then he crashed straight into the window. But because the angle was off, he didn't fly out, instead slammed directly into the window. All of this was actually Mike, the alien inside the UFO, taking the exam. This was their abduction course practical session. A cold, expressionless examiner sat beside him, facing thousands of control buttons. Mike was completely overwhelmed. He hadn't studied well before. Naturally, he fumbled during the exam. He pressed buttons randomly, exposing his slacker nature. The examiner coldly noted it on the score sheet. Mike panicked more and more as he pressed. As a result, Jimmy was slammed all over the room. Walls and ceiling were damaged. The house was in complete chaos. Mike realized he was doomed. He repeatedly looked to the examiner for hints, but the examiner remained expressionless. Mike had no choice but to go into overdrive, furiously pressing buttons. Unexpectedly, by chance, Jimmy got stuck in the window. Mike cautiously pressed a button. Jimmy moved slightly. Mike's eyes lit up. He immediately pressed the button hard, forcibly pulling Jimmy out of the room, but he got stuck on a tree outside. Mike pressed again. Jimmy flew past the tree straight into the UFO. The abduction task was nearly complete. Mike excitedly looked at the examiner, but he forgot to close the UFO door. Jimmy almost fell back to Earth. The examiner was completely speechless. He had to take control personally. With a few smooth operations, he stabilized the UFO. Jimmy was safely returned to bed. All the room's furnishings were restored. Watching the examiner's flawless control, Mike's confidence completely collapsed. He wanted to show off, but was shoved aside. He pouted quietly in the corner. The examiner, seeing this, softened a bit, tapped his head lightly, and handed him the UFO controls. Mike immediately took the steering wheel, excitedly started the UFO to return home. But after a round of chaotic operations, the UFO didn't lift off. Instead, it crashed straight toward the ground. Fortunately, under the examiner's guidance, the UFO slowly ascended. Whoosh, it vanished into the sky, and Jimmy continued to sleep soundly, completely unaware of everything that had just happened.